Welcome students. Now today we will make the last video. Okay, we will study the last part of this chapter 2. We will do exercise 2.4 question number 5. With this we will finish this chapter polynomials. Question number 5 is factorize. Okay, means we have to find the factors of the given polynomials. There are 4 parts in this question. For each of the given polynomials you have to find its factors. So over here the first part is x cube minus 2x square minus x plus 2. In this you can see the constant term is 2. So the factors of the constant terms can be plus minus 1 and plus minus 2. I have taken both the signs, keep that in mind. Why? Because the factors can be either of it. It can be plus sign 1 also, it can be minus 1 also, it can be plus 2 also, it can be minus 2 also. So this is a step which you have to keep in your mind. Whenever you get a polynomial, you are asked to find the factors. What will you do? You will take the constant term and find the factors of it. Now what is the next step? Next step is the hit and trial method. By hit and trial method, we will substitute the value of x, which we have taken the factors, okay? The factors which we have taken plus minus 1, plus minus 2. So we will substitute the value of x for these values. And we solve the polynomial by substituting the value of x as plus 1 or minus 1, plus 2 or minus 2. Let's see what we get. When I've substituted the value of x equal to 1 in the px, what I get? P of 1. P of 1 is equal to x cube. So everywhere I have x in the polynomial, in every place where there is x in the polynomial, I will substitute the value 1. So this is what I get. The result is 1 cube minus 2 into 1 square minus 1 plus 2. On solving this, I get 0. So since P of 1 is 0, then by the remainder theorem or by the factor theorem, you have seen both these theorems. So by these two theorems, we can conclude that since P of 1 is 0, therefore x minus 1 is a factor of the given polynomial Px. So hope you all remember the factor theorem. If you all don't remember, you can go back to the previous videos. Now we will check by putting x is equal to minus 1. So I will substitute x is equal to minus 1 in the given polynomial. So what I will get? P of minus 1. P of minus 1 is equal to minus 1 cube minus 2 multiplied by minus 1 square minus of minus 1 plus 2. Simply I have substituted the value of x as minus 1. So what I get as answer as 0. So again you can see that P of minus 1 is also 0. That means x plus 1 is a factor of Px. Hope you all remember the factor theorem. The factor theorem states that if P of A is 0, okay, if P of A is 0, then x minus A is a factor of the given polynomial. Okay, so what is the value of A over here? Minus 1. And what is the value of A in the previous step which we have done? It was 1. So instead of A, I will substitute these values. Hope you all remember the factor theorem. Now we will put the value of x as 2. We will find P of 2. On solving this, I get 0. Okay, so I can conclude now P of A is 0 means P of 2 is 0. Therefore, x minus 2 or x minus A is a factor of the given polynomial Px. Now I will check for x minus 2 also. I will substitute the value P of minus 2. So P of minus 2 is equal to minus 12. That means this value is not 0. Therefore, P of minus 2 is not a factor of the given polynomial. You can see the given polynomial is of degree 3. So I have told you all the degree only decides the number of factor. The maximum number of factors a polynomial can have is the degree of the polynomial. Okay? Whatever be the degree, in this we have degree as 3. That means the maximum number of factors that the polynomial will have is 3. It cannot have factors more than 3. So already we have done in this question 1 was a factor, minus 1 was a factor, 2 was a factor. Okay, we already had 3 factors, so there was no need to take out the fourth one. Okay, but I did this so that you all can see that there is no fourth possible factor. So I can write the factors of the given polynomial px are x minus 1, x plus 1 and x minus 2. Now we move to the second part of this factorization question. Second part is x cube minus 3x square minus 9x minus 5. So what is the polynomial? I have a constant term in this polynomial. Let this polynomial be px and the constant term is minus 5. So what are the factors of minus 5? Plus minus 1 and plus minus 5. So I will put the value, I'll go by hit and trial method. I'll substitute the values one by one and find out for which value p of a is 0. So I'll put p of a means minus 1. Okay, I'm taking x as minus 1 over here. So I'll substitute the values. I get the answer as 0. Why 0? You can see over here clearly. X cube means my value of x I'm putting over here as minus 1. So I'll write minus 1 whole cube, minus 3 multiplied by minus 1 square, minus 9 multiplied by minus 1 and minus 5. On solving this expression, I am getting our answer as 0. Now since p of a is 0, that means x minus a is a factor. So I will substitute this value of a, which is minus 1. So what will I get? X plus 1 is a factor of the given polynomial. Now what we will do? Instead of trying one by one of these factors, I can simply do the division method also. Let's see what is the second method. When the constant term turns out to be very bigger or larger, if the constant term is like 120. So in this case, you will have several factors. So you have to go for hit and trial several times. So it becomes a lengthy process. Therefore, to avoid this, we can do division. We will do polynomial division and we will find out a quadratic equation as the solution. Then we will solve the quadratic equation also and we will find out the middle term by middle term splitting. Okay, we will find out the factors of the quadratic equation. So this is the question. Okay, x plus 1 was the factor which we have find out and this is the polynomial px. I will divide the polynomial px by the factor x plus 1. So I will get a quotient which will be in the form of quadratic equation. Okay, this is of degree 2, therefore it is a quadratic equation. So now you can see I am doing polynomial division. I hope you all remember this division. I don't have to explain this. How do we divide the polynomials? Okay. So we will divide this. I am getting the remainder 0 and this is the question. Why is the remainder 0? Because we know x plus 1 is a factor of the polynomial. If it wouldn't have been a factor, then we would have got a remainder. But since this is a factor, the remainder is 0. So I can write the polynomial as x plus 1 into x square minus 4x minus 5, where x plus 1 is my divisor and x square minus 4x minus 5 is my quotient. Remainder is 0, therefore there is no remainder written. Now I will do the solving of this quadratic equation by middle term splitting. Hope you all remember what do we do in middle term splitting? We split the middle term into two parts such that by adding I get the middle term and on multiplication I get the value of first and last terms coefficients. Okay. If you don't remember middle term splitting, go to the previous videos. I have done quadratic division over there. So on splitting the middle term, I get minus 4x can be written as plus x and minus 5x. So on solving and taking common, the factors that I get are x plus 1 multiplied by x plus 1 and multiplied by x minus 5. So I can say that the factors of the given polynomial are these. Now we move on to the next part. See over here the constant term is 20. Can you all see this clearly in this question? So 20 will have many factors. These are the factors of 20. So in these kinds of question it becomes difficult by hit and trial method. by keeping the values one by one and coming to the conclusion of the factors. But to perform the quadratic to get the quadratic equation or to perform the polynomial division, I need at least one factor, okay, so that I can get my divisor. So by hit and trial method, I'll put the values one by one and check, and for x is equal to -2, my remainder turns out to be 0. Okay, since my x is equal to -2 gives me 0, p of -2 is 0, therefore I can say that x plus 2 is a factor of px. Hope you understand why the sign is plus over here, because the factor theorem states that if p of a is 0, then x minus a is a factor. So instead of minus a, I will write the value of a. Okay, the value of a is -2. So minus into minus becomes plus. That is why it is a x plus 2. Now we divide the polynomial with the divisor. This is how the division will look like. If you all don't remember the polynomial division, you can go back to previous videos. So what I am getting over here as question is the quadratic equation. So when the divisor is multiplied by the quotient, I get the given polynomial. Okay, and the remainder will be 0 as we know that this is a factor. So now what will I do? I will split the middle term. I will find the factors of the quadratic equation by splitting the middle term. I can write 11x as 10x plus x. I have splitted the middle term of the equation. Now I will take common, and these are the factors that I get. It's x plus 2, x plus 1 and x plus 10. Now the fourth part or the last part of this exercise and this chapter 2. 2y cube plus y square minus 2y minus 1. So let the polynomial be p of y because this is in terms of y. So this time we will not write p of x. Now what is the constant term? Constant term is 1. So I will put the value. By hit and trial method again. What will I get? P of 1. Okay, p of 1 because y is equal to 1 I am substituting. P of 1 is equal to 0. That means y is equal to 1 is equal to 0. So you can write this like this also. I'll transpose, I'll take 1 to the left hand side. I can write it as y minus 1 equals to 0. So y minus 1 is a factor of py. Why this is a factor? Because p of 1 is 0. So by the factor theorem we can conclude this is a factor. Now we will divide this. This becomes a divisor, y minus 1. We divide this by the polynomial given to us and we get the question in the form of a quadratic equation, which is 2y square plus 3y plus 1. On multiplying the quotient and the divisor, what will I get? I will get the given polynomial. Now I need to find the factors of the quadratic equation also. Again I will follow the middle term splitting. I will split the middle term 3y as 2y plus y. On taking out common, I get the factors as y minus 1 multiplied by y plus 1 multiplied by 2y plus 1. Okay. So with this we have completed this chapter and this exercise. So thank you students. Keep practicing maths every day because only practice can make you perfect. Okay. Until and unless you practice maths, you will never be perfect in it. So don't waste time in watching televisions and playing games. Okay. Do practice maths, 1 hour practice